Yo, Nakama Worldwide, welcome back to Haki Corner. It's your boy Rooks.
Yo.
It's your boy Serge.
Hi.
And it's your boy Vim. And we are back again bringing you another manga chapter review for My Hero Academia. That's Boku no Hero Academia, chapter 235, Shimura, Tenko, Origins.
But before we do that, please remember to smash that subscribe button, punch the like button real fast. And if you don't remember what happened last week, there's a little link that you click on the video, it will be down in the description below.
And we'd like to give a massive shout out and thank you to everyone that's been supporting us so far. Thank you to all the existing subscribers, all the new subscribers, everyone that watches with us. Thank you always.
And just in case you were wondering, we are doing something a little bit different this week. We're trying a new format where we're just going to do the review. However, we will be quoting more from the chapter. If there's anything you're feeling or not feeling, please let us know in the comment section down below. We appreciate your feedback. It's just more constructive with time. It's going to allow us to give back more to you. But without further ado, I say let's get in.
Let's go.
All right, man. So we start off with a beautiful cover page. The 5 years of serialization.
Nah, it's epic. I'm not going to lie. And we've got a little quote from Kohai. The new generation ascends to a new stage.
100%.
So he's basically saying, I'm making my mark. And I'm here to stay. So it's good.
And my two favorite guys are there, man. I got Bakugo looking hard and Tokuyami's looking swift.
Crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, she's wearing a nice skirt, man. I'm sorry, I'm always inappropriate. And even she looked good in the back. Hey. Oh, sorry, man. I know that. Listen, anime real. Get what I'm saying? Who do you guys like in that serialization page?
I think it's pretty cool that they got All Might in the back there still. He's never left out.
They got some kind of orange theme going on as well. I wonder what that's about.
Do you think we're like the new school uniform kind of situation, or?
Could be. We haven't been back to them for a little while.
Yeah, because you got a couple of people in yellow as well, moving around.
And they're actually in suits when you think about it.
Yeah, they're in
suit and boot.
Suit and boot.
All right, but without further ado, we're going to jump into the key moments and analysis. Now, this week was epic.
No, it started off on a crazy cliffhanger from last week, and it came back into straight punch from the get-go, ReDestro, and he is materializing and extracting his stress around his body. It actually looks kind of evil, kind of demonic kind of paper.
I was more impressed with the art of Shigaraki. So we have a lovely bit, where we compare the two perspectives. Because this is what this fight is all about. You've got two perspectives of two different groups of villains.
But it's the ultimate showdown of evil versus evil.
But I was shocked that we didn't see Gigantomachia.
That's true. He was getting warned preemptively though.
You got mentioned to him that you need to get out of there.
Yeah.
Danger's coming.
Yeah, true. So we've got Shigaraki, who is being analysed by ReDestro. ReDestro sees that his instinct for destruction is on such a level that the guy did not care about self-preservation. He was willing to take damage and perhaps even lose his life just to try and destroy ReDestro. That's all he wanted to do. And if you look at that flippant face portrait of him, and if you go down a little bit more on the next page where they kind of lighten him up and he's holding his hand, man, that's the most powerful page in this whole chapter for me, man. And he has a little, we're going to paraphrase or quote, all I truly want to do is to destroy. A ReDestro response, then disappear. A world without creation bears no future. And man came back with bars faster than Usain Bolt. Since when did we ever need a future?
Crazy.
And then we go into a flashback.
Before we get into the flashback, we just have to give guys a second to really understand that these two characters have completely different ideologies, but they're willing to put it all on the line to prove each other wrong. It's sort of on a sadistic level where you care so much about yours, but I care nothing about yours, I just want to do what's mine.
Well, they're the two highest levels of evil that we've come across in this show.
Yeah.
They're both the villains, because lately, we've grown to like the League of Villains, but let's not get twisted. They're the bad guys and they want to do bad things, man. Lock up your mama. But at the end of the day, it's just two contrasting. You got ReDestro and Detnarat, they want to build a world they can control. And you got Shigaraki, who just wants to
wipe it out.
He just wants to destroy for the sake of destroying. But we get to know a little bit more why in the flashback.
We do. We get straight into a flashback and we go into a stage where Shigaraki is at a very, very young age and we're introduced to a few characters.
Well, he's called Tenko back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what
Shimura Tenko.
Shimura Tenko.
And we haven't really got clarity as to why that is, but I'm sure we're going to get that over the next few chapters. But you can see that his dad was annoying, man.
It is true, yeah. So his dad from the beginning is grabbing him by his collar and dragging him out. And he's actually just talking to him saying, no, I'm not having it, you're getting out of my house, you have to abide by my rules if you want to live here. This is a 5-year-old. He's getting dragged by his collar out onto the road.
And I think Koha has done a brilliant job here. If you look at the childhood portrait of Shigaraki, he looks so much like Deku.
Very true.
He's so similar to Deku because at that point, he has no quirk.
Yep.
And all he wants to do is be a hero. Like, really badly. And the rule that his dad had is any talk of heroes was forbidden. And we find out why. Because his mama left him to go and protect the world. And he wanted some attention, man.
He's got mama issues. He's presenting that to his own kids. Through that, he resents his own family for doing anything outside of his line.
Yep. And in terms of who Grandma was, I know everyone knows, but for you, those of you that don't, Nana Shimura, one of the predecessors of One for Wolf. You know, it's very, very powerful. And what Cole has started to do is really build the levels of messed upness, and I'd use the F word if I was allowed, because it's more appropriate, but messed upness in Shigaraki's head. Loves his mom. His mom was trying to protect him and let him play hero. His sister backstabbed him.
Yeah.
She actually fed him the history lesson of who his grandmother was, but then snitched on him or told on him like he was playing, he checked your things. And then his dad, who is just a guy with issues who won't let him play hero. So there's so many different levels going on. And he seems to like his dog a lot. That's the person he goes to cuddle a lot. And we have 2 bits where it looks like once before his dad comes to lay the smackdown on him in the garden, it looked like something was sparkling when he was holding the dog. We weren't sure if that was when his quirk first started to manifest. And he keeps scratching. And if we look at his character, the characterization of Shigaraki, is his face just looks like someone's been scratching. So now we're relating what we've known about him so far to his past. And all the hands that are always there.
With the eczema, with the itchy of the skin, they're first conditioning it for, you've got irritation. You've just got things that are going on. You need to stop itching, you're going to make it worse.
Well, his stress is higher than ReDestro's.
There you go. And that's what, do you know what? And that's what I was just about to lead you. The fact that he's so stressed out is why he itches his skin. And he uses that as a coping mechanism for himself.
Well, one thing that's interesting that he actually mentions is it only happens when he's in this house.
So there's something that irritates him.
Something about this house, or maybe the life that his dad put into the house that irritates his soul.
And he can't get out of that.
Yeah.
And if you look closely, there's that panel where his hand is coloured around it.
Yeah.
And he says before, ouch, so he had a feeling. So was that the first time it was opening? So Carrot come out, his dad looks menacing when he comes out. Pierced my irritated skin like needles. You saw it, didn't you? So gave him a smackdown, real bad beats. Like, I mean, that was a heavyweight punch. Slap, bam, knocked him down. Come back at the end, keeps referring to the house that his dad built. Now, he comes from a privileged background. His dad made a lot of money. We see the relation between his grandmother and his father, you know, because
lack of relation.
She told him, I love you, but I gotta go protect. And he was, it would have been easier if you just hated me.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing. Love you, Kotaro. Oof. And then we end the chapter on a lovely, lovely, lovely cliffhanger with Tamura crying, saying, I hate this.
Hugging his dog.
I can't take it no more. And he turns to, I hate everyone.
We're transitioning and we're getting a tipping point for a 5-year-old who's about to fall into a very, very dangerous mood effect. And hopefully in the next 3 chapters, we're going to see something else.
Well, it takes us naturally to the predictions and plot.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So my prediction is I think he wiped out his whole family.
Brilliant. Cool. I agree.
I think he lost it. He went so crazy.
Yeah.
He wiped out mommy, even though he loved her.
Yeah.
Definitely wiped out dad. Probably to an extent where, obviously, because his quirk is to do with like turning things to dust.
Yeah.
There's no control.
Yeah.
So once that starts working, he probably destroyed everyone and just left their hands. And I predict that Gigantomacha is going to get jiggy by the end of the next chapter.
One quote Kai did say at the end, his kindness disintegrates. A perfect way to describe his own quote, his Shigaraki's quirk. It will integrate anything he touches. So even his personality, him as a human being, everything disintegrated as soon as his quirk manifested, purely because of his surroundings as well.
But then what's funny, just to add on, is he's built a family he cares about. So there's still a bit of that in him, man.
And that's
a beautiful thing about his characterization.
There you go. So now, although he's lost what he's lost in the past, he managed to find something new and belonging in another way. Because previously he never had that. In this household, he was the dark horse. He didn't have a quirk. His family didn't protect him, his grandparents or his mother, against his dad who was militant towards him, and his sister continued to lead him on. So portrayed the friendly, oh, you're my brother, I look after you, but put him in a position where he would get in trouble and get hurt as a result.
So what do you guys predict next chapter?
I predict that, this is nothing special, but I predict that Tenko Shimura would have been his birth name,
Yeah.
but then he neglected that name and took his mother's middle
I like
name.
that.
Okay, I like that, you know. I reckon we're going to get into the fight in the next one. So this is just a clip of Origins. And I think he's going to push back ReDestro in a way that ReDestro will never realise. Because ReDestro's stress bomb is still building. But Shigaraki, we don't know the extent of how powerful he really can get. Because if his disintegrates can have a ripple effect, he doesn't need to touch him.
Well, we've already learned that he's developing. That's what this whole little mini arc so far has been about. So.
And I'm going to relate it to One Piece. Like when you have a Quirk Awakening, when you have a Devil Fruit Awakening, you could have a Quirk Awakening. If he touches the ground and it crumbles, the ground underneath him crumbles, it touches the feet of ReDestro and it may crumble in the
Domino effect.
Domino effect.
I've got another prediction on that. I reckon he's going to black out.
Okay.
There's going to be no fight.
That's interesting.
I was going to say something similar, and I'm going to piggyback that. I have a feeling that I don't see him backing down from ReDestro.
Yeah,
Even
no,
though
no.
he's not waiting for Gigantomacha to save the day. He wants to fight himself. I think Gigantomacha is going to knock him away. Like, get the F out. Like one of those ones. So, take us on to question time. What questions do you guys have? For me, I'm really just dying to find out if he killed his own family.
Yeah. That's a
And
big
I'm really
question.
dying to find out what the next awakening to his power is.
Yeah, definitely. My question is what does ReDestro look like after his stress is released? Because once his stress is gone, does he go back to normal?
He's looking like he's losing a form, like he's losing, he's becoming like like just a power bomb. Like
Yeah, so but once it explodes, whether it's effective or not, what is the aftermath of that? Because effectively, should he not be weakened?
Is his bomb going to be like a nuclear weapon?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
As the stress builds up.
But he's also got to be conscious of the people around him because it's his team.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to destroy them either.
The whole Liberation Army.
Yeah, there you go.
Conference there. Something that you said earlier that was interesting. He became what he used to feel back in the day. So his emotions start disintegrating. Is it disintegrate?
Disintegrate.
Do you think that Shigaraki manifested his own quirk out of his feeling?
That would be a very interesting concept to
Like,
play.
can
That's
you
crazy.
do that?
That's crazy, you know.
Because you can kind of look at Midoriya as in like through his feelings he attracted what he wanted.
Yeah.
Law of attraction.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of concepts we're playing with here,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of questions. But what are your questions? Let us know in the comment section down below. But it's that time.
MVP of the week.
Let's go left to right. You first, Brooklyn.
I'm gonna have to go with ReDestro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
I would have gone with Shigaraki, but I just like the way I like what ReDestro brought to the table this time.
Yeah.
Just a few of his bars and quotes. You know how I am with quotes.
Yeah.
So what he said about Shigaraki started off with, "All I truly want to do is destroy." Then ReDestro responds with, "Then disappear. A world without creation bears no future." I know Shigaraki came back with bars after this, but I just love how ReDestro does it.
I like it.
He's been my MVP quite a few times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still continuing, so he's
Yeah.
my MVP of the week.
For me, it has to be Shigaraki. I can't go wrong with him right now. I think him developing his character and him showing his personality in a way where he's not just a mindless villain and he actually has a thought process of how he wants to get things done, even if that is just to destroy. And then also learning about how he struggled as a child and was conflicted because he originally grew up wanting to be a hero. So he wasn't always that evil, straightforward mentality. He had a mentality where I want to do good. I've got someone in my family who's a hero, my own grandmother. Wow, there's a chance for everybody. And that he had hope. His hope was taken away. And here we are. Mr. Destruction himself.
For me, it's going to be Shigaraki. We're going to have to outnumber you 2-1. Not just for his bars. I'm big on quotes too, but I just liked his auto responses. They were so flipping good. But as a body of work, what Koha has done with Shigaraki in the last couple of chapters and brought it all together so far this chapter.
Agreed.
I mean, since when did we ever need a future? Like, when he has that whole thing, so he's thinking in his head and responding at the same time. My senses are being sharpened. What I want to create, you say. As if it all happened yesterday. Everything is so clear now. You already said it yourself, didn't you? And then there's just that awesome panel of him holding his hand. So for this chapter, all the art to do with Shigaraki I thought was amazing. I'm going to be snapping it and using it as my wallpaper on my phone. The bars, just that smile he gives him. All I truly want to do is to destroy it. And you
It's
can tell
like he's
that
had
he
a
meant it.
moment of clarity. Everything's a lot more clearer for him.
And since when did we ever need future? Like, philosophical question, man. He's
Crazy.
taking us, and then just going into the whole body of work, the way we're pulling together his whole character, it's been nothing short of amazing. So,
Definitely.
you know, big up to Kohai,
Yeah.
big up to Shigaraki this week. He's my MVP of the week. But guys, make sure you let us know who your MVP of the week is in the comment section below.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to share the video, because the more you share, the more we can grow.
Please give us feedback on how you feel about the setup. If you prefer this, if not, we appreciate your feedback. It's just about being more efficient so we can give you back more regularly.
Yeah.
But for now, from Conqueror's Haki Corner, time to say
Peace out.